There are a ton of new AI video tools popping up every week, and honestly, trying to keep up with every single one is a quick way to drain your bank account. Over the next few minutes, I want to walk you through the best AI video generators you can realistically use for under $100 a month. We are going to look at what each tool is actually good at, where they stumble, and how to stitch them together into a workflow that actually saves you time. I have picked 4 of the most talked about generators on the market right now, ran tests, and will show you exactly when to lean on each one. By the end of this, you will know which model to use for specific shots and how to make them all play nicely with one another. Plus, I have a little secret about how to manage all of this content production without blowing your entire budget. Let us start with the heavyweight that everyone in the industry keeps whispering about. This model is built by a major player, and it truly nails cinematic realism like nothing else on the market today. It creates gorgeous, physics-respecting scenes where things like glass, reflections, and liquid behavior look entirely believable. For me, this model is absolutely unbeatable when you need fast, high-energy action shots. It excels at selling realism because of how it handles lighting and the way objects react to impacts. Even if you do not see every tiny detail perfectly, the physics of the movement makes the whole shot feel incredibly authentic. Of course, there is a small caveat, as some human motion can still feel a hair off if you look too closely. But in a quick, high-octane cut, no one is really going to nitpick those small body mechanics. Access options are pretty flexible, with entry-level plans for lower-res videos or pro tiers if you need bulk production. Just remember that credits can add up fast, so this is perfect for finished hero shots rather than endless iterations. Next up is the model that was specifically built with complex human motion in mind. If your content relies heavily on things like dance, running, or complex limb work, this one is the absolute king. Most generators still give you weird limbs or awkward weightless movement, but this one uses skeleton tracking to keep things natural. That is exactly why a lot of the viral AI influencer dance videos look so incredibly smooth compared to others. The output quality is high, and the transitions and fluidity are usually insanely good. Another notable thing is that it is blisteringly fast, allowing you to generate clips in under a minute. Pricing is also quite friendly, making this platform perfect for the idea phase testing where you want to iterate on flow. Third, we have the Cinematic Champ that gives you the kind of color, depth, and framing you would expect from expensive gear. What sets this one apart is a unique start and end frame feature that lets you dictate exactly where the shot begins and finishes. It is amazing for creating transitions, long tracking shots that morph environments, or conceptual reels. Because you can chain outputs together, you can practically generate minute-long cinematic sequences by stringing small pieces. This model is priced similarly to the others, and the entry tier hits a perfect sweet spot for occasional high-quality renders. Fourth on our roster is the Face and Emotion Specialist for when you really need to connect with an audience. If realistic facial microexpressions and consistent character identity are what you need, this is the go-to tool. It simulates subtle eye movements, smiles, and emotional shifts far better than most of its competitors. It even delivers good dialogue sync, which is perfect for talking head content that needs to feel real. Pricing here is competitive, giving you thousands of credits, which is plenty to crank out dozens of high-quality clips. Individually, these 4 models are great, but the real challenge is that subscription cost can add up fast. Here is the real-life snag. If you try to use each premium model for every iteration, you will run out of credits before you even finish your project. Generating is only half the battle because you still need to organize, edit, and repurpose those assets into something useful. If you are a creator juggling multiple platforms, manual edits, and thousands of downloads, you are going to burn out. This is exactly why I want to talk about Vizard, because it is not another generator, but the glue that holds everything together. Think of Vizard as the autopilot for your content, turning long-form videos into short-form gold without the manual headache. You use the specialized AI models to prototype your motion, finalize your hero shots, and polish your facial emotions. Then you drop all that footage into Vizard, which scans the video and finds the most high engagement moments for you. It auto-edits them into ready-to-post clips, adds captions, suggests hooks, and even formats them for social media platforms. One of my favorite perks is the auto-schedule feature, which handles the publishing for you so you can stay consistent. The content calendar lets you manage, tweak, and publish across all your social channels from one single dashboard. The best part is that you can swap thumbnails and re-export aspect ratios without ever having to rebuild the edit from scratch. A typical workflow looks like this: record a 10-minute shoot, drop it into Vizard, and let it surface the top 10 clips. You pick your winners, fine-tune the captions, and schedule them across platforms all in one single session. Meanwhile, you save your subscription credits for the AI generators that focus on creating the polished, original hero footage. Consistent posting is half the battle for growth, and this workflow ensures you have content going out every single day. You can prototype widely with your Motion Specialist model and finalize scenes on your cinematic model without the stress of constant manual labor. It keeps your production pipeline lean and makes every dollar you spend on subscriptions actually productive. If you are sticking to a $100 budget, this is the most practical build you can create today. You get the power of specialized AI tools for the creative heavy lifting and the organizational power of Vizard to handle the distribution. There are also platforms that bundle models under one roof, which can be great if you really want to experiment without managing many accounts. But regardless of which tools you choose, the key is to stop buying every shiny new subscription that hits the market. The bottom line is that you should treat each AI model like a specialty lens in your camera bag. Use the motion model for choreography, the cinematic renderer for hero shots, and the face model for emotional close-ups. Then, use Vizard to extract the best moments, auto-edit the clips, and publish everything without burning a week on manual edits. If you want a practical starting point, just pick one generator for idea phase testing and another for the final pass. Then sign up for Vizard and try the auto-edit and schedule flow for a full month to see the difference. You will spend your time making better creative decisions instead of wrestling with file formats and upload buttons. That is ultimately what scales a creator or small studio, because consistent output is the only way to build a real audience. Alright, that is the full breakdown of how to build your AI video stack effectively. If you want, I can draft a sample week-long content plan using this exact stack, including prompts and scheduling advice. Just let me know if you want me to do that in the next video.